What's up, everybody? It's Big Al 4242 here again. Real quick before I jump into episode 2 of the Let's Talk Live. Sorry. I want to give a shout out to 2 of good subscribers of mine. Ultimatumas, I believe I said that correctly, and I shit myself 123. Those guys have been subscribed to me for a while now. They comment regularly, and just want to let you guys know that I do appreciate that. I will put links to their channels in the description, and I will also be posting a vlog probably tonight just to let you guys know what's been going on. Okay, so let's jump into it. For episode 2, I'm going to talk about my alcoholic, abusive father. I'm going to try to keep this going in line, just that way everything will fall into place and make sense at the end. Let's see, where to start with him. My parents got divorced when I was 7 years old, and one of the main reasons for that is because my dad would hit my mom and all that bullshit that drunks do. And he always drank real bad as far back as I can remember. And well, they got divorced because of it, and that didn't really do too much good for my dad. He actually drank more. I remember there was a point in time where my dad was putting away a case and a half a day. Like, just in one day, a case and a half, and that's pretty fucking crazy for somebody to do by themselves. And, I mean, he'd never really hit me or my brother, but he would just talk bad to us and talk down to us and make us seem like we were fucking scum. And to me, that's just something that a father shouldn't do, you know. And growing up, I mean, he was always loving and caring like a father should be when he wasn't drunk. But it was so seldom that he was in that state of mind that we got to see him like that and actually had a father, you know. Like, there's been instances where my brothers walked in on him doing all kinds of shit. And, like, I remember, for example, when I went down there not too long ago, I actually was visiting, you know, and I was sleeping in the living room so that way I could see him, and my brother had the bedroom, and he brings a girl home from the bar and proceeds to have sex with her right there while I'm in the living room. And so I walked outside, you know, because come on, what kid wants to be in the same room with his dad having sex with some fucking random bitch? And I go outside and I sit out there for about a good hour and a half, and finally I got fucking fed up with it and walked back in to find them both passed out. And then the fact that he didn't come out there and tell me that they were done, at least, to have the decency to do that, you know, that's pretty shitty of a father. And let's see, going back from the childhood stand of it, not really sure on the age dates and stuff like that, but he never really got us anything for birthdays or Christmases or shit like that. Never really bought us any clothes. It was always my mom that had to do that stuff for us. And I remember I was about 14, and like I said, my parents were divorced. I was living with my mom majority of the time, and we was not too greatly fond of him. So it got to the point where I was just hanging out with my friends all the time, and I found somebody, not so much to replace him, but somebody who actually looked at me as their own, you know. And it just so happened that it was a black guy, because I always hung out with his son. And my dad didn't like that idea too much, and it just got to the point where he called me, "Oh, you nigga lover," and la da da da. And I don't mean to be racist or offend anybody, but that's just what he was saying to me. And it got so bad to the point where he swung at me, you know, and I did what any person would do, and I pushed him back to defend myself. In which case we got into a big argument about it, and I went down to my grandma's house because I didn't want to deal with him because he was drunk. And then in 2005, when I moved to Kentucky, it was graduation day, and where's my dad at? Nowhere to be seen. I call him just to see what he was doing, and he was passed out drunk and didn't answer the phone. You know, so it's like, didn't have a father at my graduation. He wasn't even there at my 8th grade graduation. I'm not sure if that's something that all schools do, but it was something that my school did, and he wasn't there for it. And, you know, that's really shitty. Like, it's really bad to have to go through something like that, you know. But, I mean, the things that I would do differently now is I would have took him out of my life way before the fact that any of that should happen. Just that way I wouldn't have to look back on it now and be depressed, you know. And to go even further into the future, well, this gameplay is about to end. I'm going to switch and give you guys a second gameplay real quick. Okay, but to go into the future a little bit, well, it's still the past, but future of the story, he was so, it's to the point where he was so fucking sick that he actually called his boss, which is my uncle, told him that he was real sick, like shitting blood and throwing up blood and all this other bullshit. And he got to the point where he told my girlfriend on Facebook that he was that sick like that. And at this point in time, it was like a year and a half since I seen my dad, you know. And with him being sick like that, it's like, you know, well, maybe I should go see him just in case he might die or something, you know. Just thinking like any nervous son in that situation would. And I get down there, and come to find out he was lying about the whole thing just because he didn't want to go to work. So because of that, I lost a really, really good job. I'm stuck now trying to find something decent to make good pay. And I haven't spoke to my dad since, and it's been about a good 6 months. And like, that's no phone calls or anything like that, just because of the fact that I was really upset by it. And like I said, the things I would do differently now to try to help you guys out, if you have a drunk dad or an alcoholic dad that just talks bad shit to you and all that, my best advice for you is if your parents are divorced, just to stay out of there. I mean, it's not going to end good. There's going to always be something there for him to say to you, or just put you in an embarrassing situation that you don't want to be in. I mean, I'm not sitting here telling you that you should never talk to your dad or anything like that. I'm just saying you probably don't want to be near him as much. Give him the room to make you feel those ways, or to hurt you in the future, whether it be like I was hurt or something worse, you know. But that's just my advice. In the next episode, I'll probably talk a little bit more about divorce and issues like that, on how I got past them. So don't forget to leave a rating and let me guys know what you think, or what would you do in those situations. So until next time, it's Big Al, and I'm out.